Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of BBW. And on the right, we have the members of Missed Most Skill Shots. This is a heroic division matchup. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Of course, the moment I start talking, I was like sipping water in between, like, no. Sorry, they're asking if the new hero's allowed, so now everyone in the draft chat has to say no, and so that's what we're currently doing. Of course, one person just says yes. But I'm sure you're all sitting at home and you're all, you know, comfy in your chair. You've got a nice, cute puppy next to you, or you just watched one and you got a delicious drink, and you're like, "How did we get here, Bahamut?" I got you. The home team this evening is going to be the members of BBW. They won the coin flip. They opted for first pick in game 1. Braxis Holdout and Towers of Doom were banned out by the members of Missed Most Skill Shots, and we had Sky Temple and Volskaya banned out by BBW. We had Battlefield of Eternity as our first map, chosen by Miss Most Skill Shots. That's going to be a hard one for me because I was already writing it wrong earlier, but they're going to be taking us to Battlefield for our first map, and I think for a game number 1, a map number 1, I think this is really strong. Also, to Siegebald, to Doom, Bandit off air. He'll be back, don't worry, Doom. Bad Donut, that's a good name. Thanks for coming by, everybody. If I have not said hi to you, I apologize. Super Ty as well, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. But we have an Abathur, Zeratul being banned on the left-hand side. We have a Diablo and an Alarak on the right. A lot of good prowess, and it's interesting to see that we're having Alarak actually in the ban phase at this point. It might be targeted at one player, but still, that's notable to have Alarak that high up in the priority for ban. I bought Zeratul recently, and I can feel the burst. I'm so glad! Zeratul, he's a hard hero to master, and to be able to get that down is really impactful, and that can really carry a team. But Garrosh will be the first pick on the side of BBW. We have a Joanna and Ana on the right-hand side, so they're going to lock in their main tank and their support and kind of play it safe in that right. They need wave clear and a solo lane. That's going to be kind of hard. You're mostly going to be banning out synergies that you don't want to deal with, or you're going to be banning out just heroes that maybe you know are strong or just going to be strong on this map. But that's in a moment. We do have this follow-up right now to the Garrosh. I actually like the Tyrande right here or a Garrosh, but they're actually going to go for the Lucio for the increased movement speed in between the lanes for the rotations, and Chen for the solo lane. That means that they're only going to be having to worry about their damage after the ban phase, and so I don't know. Like, I'm weird about showing your solo lane this early because now the enemy team can kind of play around that fact. But Chen is kind of strong in the solo lane, so my worry is like, all right, well, you know, is this a free avenue for a Leorc? Is this an avenue for Malthael? That might be where we see the ban come out from the members of BBW. They want to get rid of something that's going to be annoying for that Chen to deal with, because Garrosh and Lucio, they're already strong in their own right. They're going to be doing great in the rotations together, and then you'll be able to also have some follow-up wave clear and damage. Chen's I think the only thing they're going to worry about, so maybe they want to take out that Leorc, maybe take out that Malthael. Both of those would be really, really strong in the solo lane, but actually going to get rid of the Sylvanas from the push power that she can bring to the map, as well as the sustained damage or even the burst in a sense that she brings to the table. Junkrat pick with W build. Oh, show, seal it. Oh my god. That is such a good idea. And Junkrat on this map, people would think that he maybe anti-synergizes a little bit because of just like how he can displace so many things with the concussion mines, but also he's got great AoE and great shrine clear. But Raynor will be the pickup here, some sustained damage to the rotations. They still need to maybe pick up a solo lane, but they're going to pick up Li Ming. So that's going to be Joanna, Ana, Raynor, Li Ming in the rotations. And then they have a Garrosh, Lucio, and they still need to get something in the wave clear department for that shrine. I mean, they don't really have that so much on the side of most skill shots, but it looks like they want to try and play around the team fight more than the shrine. Bandit, you okay, bud? You want to find somewhere to lay down? You're really freaking out right now. You okay? Outside? I'm sorry. He just keeps like pacing and spinning. He won't lay down, so he's all nervous. But that's gonna be a Vala and a Thrall, and I like that a lot. Thrall can actually rotate around quite a bit as well and try and help out that solo lane here and there. Thought you went and got another toy. But we do need this last pick to come out, and it should be a solo lane into that Chen. You go into the Leorc. You go into the Malthael. That means your front line's a little weak, and with that Thrall stepping up, maybe you want the Leorc. I like it a lot. Ooh. I'm completely... Okay, alright. I was talking about Infernal Shrines half that time. My apologies to stream. I was just like, Battlefield of Eternity, cool, let's talk about Infernal Shrines and rotations. Alright, that's my complete horrible analysis. Welcome to my stream. Thank you for joining me. Scatter Hanzo would be great here. Yeah. Junkrat's great here as well, as I decided to talk about Infernal Shrines completely incorrect this entire time, so my apologies. I'm just going to give it over to Bandit. He can take care of the rest of the draft and down, because apparently at least he knows what map we're on. Oof. Alright, cool. We're all set on that. That's no big... Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and dive on into this. We're going to get in our game in just a second here. Into Battlefield of Eternity, not Infernal Shrines. I know how to actually talk about these games. Things that we could have actually talked about are things like Greymane as well. But either way, it's going to be Artanis into the Chen for the solo lane. Teleport Li Ming. I've actually seen a lot of Aether Walker on this map before as well. But either way, we got ourselves into game. We're ready to go. Let's jump into it. Match number 1, game number 1 of the night. Let's get into this one here and see what we're going to be getting from the members of BBW, as we have Heck Boozled going to be on the Chen. There we go. Don't eat fire ants, apparently. iProbu is going to be on that Thrall. Call Me is going to be on the Vala. Ashmer is going to be on the Garrosh, and Kenshi will be on the Lucio. On the right-hand side... on the right-hand side, we got the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. We're going to be having Fun Buns on this Li Ming. Homeless Cat will be on the Ana. The Hammer's going to be on the Raynor. Frosty will be on the Joanna. And jumping on into the bottom lane, throwing off the rotations, we have Super Ty on the Artanis. Let's actually look at our level 1s here. As we do have... Oh, excuse me, hold on. We have Exterminator from the Raynor for the race potential. Hello? I like it. We do have actually... Oh, I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but we have Power Hunger for the Li Ming. That's a nice pickup for right there, but that's going to be Frosty getting thrown around a little bit right there, but they're able to get right out. Sorry. Bandit was just bringing toys into the room and then just putting them right next to his bed. What are you doing, bud? Alright, we do have this. It's still 1-to-1 in our levels, and they're going to be sieging in through the top lane. Meanwhile, in the bottom, we are going to be having the Artanis and Fun Buns still pushing down here as well. They want to try and at least even out that structure race, but it's a structure race coming, it's a 4-person structure race in this top lane. Chen now rotating down into bottom, going to be able to kind of push back this Artanis a little bit. Fun Buns is maybe going to stay down here as well. Maybe they're going to be doing a 3-2 on the side of Miss Most Skill Shots. Oh, that's going to be the toss down to Frosty. I don't know if they have Iron Skin. They might have already used it. That's going to be the strike coming up from Homeless Cat. Nice healing darts through. The healing from Ana has already got to be quite high, right? Yeah, just, 6,000 healing from that Ana already. And it's just a minute and 30 into the game. It's just... A lot of team fights have already been breaking out, and this Ana's been managing to use that strike mode as effective as possible, getting a lot of healing through a lot of the friendly members. We do have Li Ming jumping back into the top lane as Super Ty and Heck Boozled will be doing the 1v1 dance for a little bit, and now we can check this out a little bit further in the top lane as the toss goes out into Fun Buns. That's going to be the teleport over the wall. That's going to be Lucio getting right into the fray of all that, and they pick up the first kill of the game. Li Ming to go down. Priority on that Li Ming is really, really strong coming out from BBW, making sure that kind of ranged poke and that range whittling that she brings to the table is not going to be an option. As he he leaped back onto his bed with like another little toy. Sorry, it's adorable. I like the team called Miss Most Skill Shots picked Ana. That's a really good point, Ghost Dunk. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I probe you with 39 health right there, able to get out. Ooh. That's a rough spot right there. Let's check into this bottom lane, as it looks like we are going to be having... We got the vision for Super Ty right now, and there was the Chen who's just sitting in the bush down there. And so you can just kind of get an idea of how they're setting themselves up right now. This is going to be 2 minutes and 40 seconds roughly into the game. So the Hammer is going to be working on this camp over here on the right. We have the Lucy already starting on the left-hand side, and both these teams are going to be doing exactly what I hit on this map a lot, is going to be grabbing the Bruiser camps right as the Immortals are getting into the objective area. So that way, you're going to be able to deny, and well, not so much deny as force the enemy team into that lane. If it was picked up sooner, like right at the 2 minutes and 30 second mark, like we often do see teams do, that means that the enemy team can just rotate into lane, clear that out, and then get to the objective. That's typically what we see, but so you can now, they're so delayed out. The objective started, they're just now getting into lane, so the Super Tai and Heck Blues will have to make those decisions. Well, do we stay in clear? Well, Chen has to rotate to top if they want to go to that clear, but those camps left on their own will get a lot of value. Chen kicked in, Heck Blues taking a lot of damage with that stagger. Gonna try and drink through the pain. That's gonna be the swap onto them, and that's gonna be a kill for the members of Missed Most Skill Shots. Yeah, missed most skill shots, not missed. Meanwhile, the Shaman camp in top lane, I think it was it cleared out by just the front gates? Or did they actually get the clear on either side? Well, we'll find out, as this is going to be the race from left and right. Frosty may be going to try and get a little bit of those blinds in onto that ball to slow them down, and this should be the easy pickup for the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. 2,231 health in between. Fun buns indeed, yeah. Fun Buns is subbing for the members of Miss Most Skill Shots, and I like the that little back and forth. Vala did stack off of that for that puncturing arrow. They need 20 of them total, but once they also have that vault reset, that's going to be another big tool for them. There was the stun that went on to Kenshi, who does get the push off right there towards the front gate, and now they'll start sieging into this. Joanna with the blinds out as well, just to make sure a couple of these auto attackers are going to be slowed down when they actually try and go for this clear. They go ahead and they pick up their 7s. They also get a little bit of that front gate, and they're going to start backing out. Checking down into the bottom lane between Super Tai and Heck Boozled. Looks like Artanis is having a good time in this bottom lane against the Chen. Seems like it's going over pretty well for them. Going to be able to tap that well? Yeah, okay. And they lose their front gate in bottom lane as well as the front gate in top lane. Not much more than that, maybe a little bit of damage under the fort overall. But it's evened up in a lot of these lanes, and they're going to continue to fight this out in top lane, as that was just Thrall stepping forward and just throwing a Frost Wolf right into Frosty's face. Oh, that was Super Tai with a very, very aggressive, or cheeky, more or less, swap potential, and they don't manage to get it. But the big thing to note here is going to be, and I didn't talk about this at all, is Crash Lightning. Crash Lightning here going to be picked up by that Thrall and sitting at 12 out of the 30 stacks necessary. They're nearing that halfway point. In 5 minutes into the game, that's pretty good, but they need to speed that up quite a bit. We also do have that Warbreaker for the Garrosh, as Heck Boozled trying to kick in on Fun Buns. And they do get forced away. But that Warbreaker sitting at 10 out of the 15 stacks? Yeah, necessary for that one. Definitely working their way through those. Be easily able to pick up a few more stacks as this game does progress. But now they're just, I'm looking around the minimap, they're just kind of going back and forth waiting for our next objective, which isn't too far off. Something to note here is that we are seeing the vision for the members of the blue team, so these immortal symbols are going to be prioritized towards them, so they're going to be attacking on the left-hand side, defending on the right. So it's going to be a race for both of these teams at the start of this immortal spawn. 8 to 8 in our levels. It's fairly even. I mean, it's 1-to-1 in our kills. The structures are pretty even. The siege that's gone into these lanes is pretty even. That was a nice removal of the well in top lane, so that sustain is gone during this entire defense, but they're trying to maybe trade out the Garrosh if they can step up onto them, but it's just not happening. They just keep just walking further and further away and creating that distance, and it just can't happen. Artanis, I think, did go back in Hearth for full health and mana to get ready for this Immortal. And as I said, it's going to be on the aggressive side for both. They're going to start to get this race on the side of Miss Most Skill Shots. And BBW saying they're not having it. They want to make sure that they are going to be able to defend this for some time. That means Vala, though, will be sneaking off to the left-hand side. Once they see that health bar going down, they're going to step further forward from the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. Heck Boozled coming into this lane as well, or into the objective area as well. Garrosh with a huge Warbreaker getting 3 stacks, and that's a great way to finish it out. Heck Boozled kicks in further, trying to find a kill. No 10s just yet, so they don't have anything to counter that stagger damage, but we still have Vala working on that left-hand side, and she gets the halfway mark on her own. Really, really good play from them, but they're going to have to go for this defense on the side of Miss Most Skill Shots, and luckily for them, this is going to be on the defensive side. Both these teams going to be kind of playing back a little bit. Looks like Vala is going to be going over for the Bruiser camp. They go for their own on the right-hand side as well, and I can't believe they're so close. Both the teams are basically doing the exact same thing. That's just, I love it. And Li Ming just going to throw out a little bit of damage here and there. Try and whittle down that Immortal. And we do have both of the camps picked up. Lane's going to be pushed out a little bit. And then I think it's both the teams are just trying to look for the 10s as well. I think that's the big thing to note right now, is they're trying to find that 10 talent tier before they go in for any sort of aggressive engagement. Can they find maybe Chen or the Vala down here? Oh, the blind sleep dart into the bush right there. They were trying to find one. They don't manage to connect onto anyone with that sleep dart. Frosty is going to be providing vision for that team, seeing them rotate through so they get that danger ping out so they can note that, hey, they're trying to come around here. They're trying to start whittling down the Immortal. And they've already got a head start, but this is going to be Hekbuzel taking a lot of damage. 10s are going to be here for both sides. And it looks like nobody going down just yet. That will be the Storm Earth and Fire coming out from the Chen as well. Break it down was used by Lucio. Warlord's Challenge went out onto, it looks like Artanis, who's just trying to live. And so far they're doing all right, but they do end up going down. That's a 1-for-none trade so far in favor for the members of BBW as they throw out a little bit of raw damage from Fun Buns. Can they find another kill onto said Fun Buns? No, they're going to look at Homeless Cat. That Ana is in a bit of a bad spot, and they pick up that kill as well. Hungering Arrow hungers for another kill as they find that Li Ming, and now they move over and go for the Immortal. BBW will be able to pick up this Immortal, and this will be second one of the game, pushing in through the bottom lane. The reason that we can already call that out is because the fact that top lane has this much damage already thrown at it, and bottom lane is this well defended. The Immortal, much like the boss on Brax's holdout, will go to the most well defended lanes, and we can know that will be bottom lane. Chen going to be going into the top lane to continue that soak and keep that experience up in favor for the friendly team. We're all still working through those Crash Lightning stacks, sitting at 20 out of the 30 necessary. And Immortal down in bottom lane with a fairly heavy shield. Looks like we do have a DC from one player. We'll see if we get a pause out. Yeah, we are gonna get a pause. All right. Back to Bandit and I. Bandit, what's your breakdown and analysis for the game so far? Interesting. Reported. Canada Wi-Fi. Oh, let's see. We were at 27 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, I was just letting them know to let me know when the teams are ready. Who y'all think is a better comp? I really like the composition coming out from Mismo skill shots. I think it's really, really powerful, and it's been an impacting force. But BBW, they're scaling. They scale pretty good here. All right, we got a ready from one team. Let's see if we get a ready from the other. I'm actually gonna put this to something. I don't want that soaked. Okay. Alrighty. All right, let's get into it. Thanks for the breakdown and analysis, Bandit. We are back into our game. We have Chen back in this as well. The siege is going to be continuing in through this bottom lane as the Immortal was picked up. We're going to pull away the taunts for a second as that Rain of Vengeance confirms the kill. Excuse me, not the Rain of Vengeance. I thought that was Rain of Vengeance going out. I saw it from Vala, but I actually don't know what ended up getting the kill. It looks like Rainer maybe had a penetrating round that pushed her and got that last little bit of damage. Either way, we do have the Immortal getting the fort in bottom lane. Look at this rotation into top. Do they have this? Do they know? Super Tai is actually going to be walking out. I think the friendly team was calling it out and saying, hey, they left bottom. They're coming up here to try and gank you. Get out of lane before they're able to get up here and take you down. And let's, we're just going to cycle through here and just get the vision for the members of BBW as well as they'll jump onto this top lane camp. They'll pressure that up. They've already got a good minion wave that's crashing in here. That's going to be bottom lane pushing in as well. Artanis is going to be down there for the clear onto that one as it looks like they're trying to find Fun Buns in this top lane. That's going to do the multi-shot, the kick over, and Chen will find the kill onto Li Ming. Frostwolf does connect onto one, but they're not going to be able to follow up further than that. Hekbuzel is going to go ahead and pop the Storm Earth and Fire right there, trying to chase further in on these members, but looks like they're just going to use that for the siege. Just like, wait. You could have taken Wandering Keg, I'm just saying. No. Storm Earth and Fire just gets so much value. It also removes the stagger on you, and Wandering Keg does not. So, kinda worth right there. And so while they do also have the siege, and they also have this great minion wave right behind them, or I guess more or less Impaler camp, that's going to be them sieging up, but a little bit too far as Thrall does go down. Break it down was a touch too late. That's going to be the swap onto Lucio, who gets the wall ride and the push off right there. They're trying to find Kenshi. They're not able to confirm the kill onto them, but they step further forward looking for Hashmer, and that is also going to be the Immortal spawning here in the next 27 seconds. Swap goes out. They catch the Lucio, but they have the wall ride. Can they make it out? Nice use of the Iron Skin as well from Frosty. Did not get pushed back, so they can continue chasing this bird that's going forward. That's going to be the Wave of Force out from Li Ming as well. Another swap going out, but they don't get Hekbuzel. What was that a Lusa Brawler? Yeah. That wouldn't have done anything to mitigate the that swap. But oh my god, Jinxie Cat, thank you so much for the resubscription. Thank you for a tier 2 subscription for 14 months. Thank you so much for your support, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will resend your lit room when we get out of this game. Go Rutgers. Ron Steelsy, what's going on? Thanks for coming by. Is this mostly Rutgers like team? Super tie, see, the thing is, like, a lot of, like, I know Fun Buns, I know the Hammer, I know Homeless Cat, I know Super Tie. I just, like, I don't know what teams they are on, like, previously. I just know what they are on currently, but this is a huge fight breaking out right now. That was no one going down just yet. Chen is going to be able to pop the Storm Within Fire, but Ana does get picked off. They're now using the Storm Within Fire to dive into the backline. The Hammer a little bit low right there. Going to have to try and make their way out as Calmy is trying to find a kill, but they end up getting the trade. Thrall for the Artanis as the multi-shots are going out. That's going to be Chen now in the main form. Once again, Frosty a little too low, gets kicked by the Chen, and they go down as well. Siege Camp, Shaman Camp in bottom lane. That Fun Buns should be able to clear this out, but top lane will need to be addressed. If this isn't, this definitely will be getting a free fort. I think Garrosh should be able to... Maybe? Actually, this is pretty quick. Thank you again. No, your boy just Super Tie was on Rutgers? Okay. Because I know, I was just like, wasn't Super Tie in the Tespa Collegiate series? Like, I remember that name from it. But there's also so many names from it at the same time. But third Immortal of the game will be picked up. This will be the second one for the members of BBW, as they will take this and push this in through the bottom lane. As I said in the previous iteration of this, it is going to always prioritize the most well-defended lane. As you can see, that's going to be bottom. And let's see them push this on up, as this will be 16-14 in our levels here. 9-4 in kills. Only Super Tie was from Rutgers. The Hammer and Homeless Cat were from Queen's U. Thank you, Shredded Wind. Also, how you doing, bud? Same thing, like those names. I remember those names. Also, Queen's U was a very strong team. That was Rutgers. I missed the Tespa Collegiate series. Like, that was so much fun. I looked forward to that like every Sunday. I was like, cool. Like, I get to wake up and talk about heroes for like roughly 8 hours with J-How, and people will listen to it. It's insane. Ekboozle kicking in here. That's going to be the bottom lane. Keep going down. They'll go ahead and pop the Storm Within Fire. No way of knocking them out. The Sundering from the Thrall went out right there, but I don't think it connected onto anyone. They continue to dive in. Now they're going to be working their way onto the core. The Hammer a little bit low, trying to make their way out, but they don't get to the Nexus in time. Warlord's Challenge is well going to connect, and they are going to go ahead and get 3 kills right there. They jump back over to the core, and the members of BBW have decided to end the game. Game number 1 goes over to them. GG. Well played.
I will follow you to the end of the world.
I play in half an hour. That's what's up. Good luck. Good luck, Shredderwin.
On the chomps, boys. Shark.
The Rutgers team pretty much left HOTS other than Super. Aw, man, that's a little bit of a bummer. Let's see. All right, we're gonna find out what they want to do here. If they want to do map pick or first pick. Get a message out to them for now. I'll update the team scores in the background. Hey, Ron, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, friend. Alrighty, what do we have here? Ooh, okay. Alright, we're going to find out where we're going in just a second here. Yeah, I updated that, right? That was updated as well. And then, yeah, we'll find out our map and then we'll get going. Need to see Junkrat W build 2 OP. Hey, TT Parky is farming noobs right now. What? Oh, is that... Oh. The broadcast from Porky farming noobs right now. I wonder what they're playing. Unless... did they get placed super low? Or did they get placed in Heroes? Another Master. Master plus 1,000 points. I agree with Bandit. Oh, no, I mean, there's really no way and no reason to argue with any of his analysis or ideas. Because they're just... I don't know why the Tespa Collegiate Series didn't just hire him instead of me. Maybe it's because I got thumbs. But thank you all for joining me. We're just finding out what our next map is going to be, and then we'll jump into that next game. If you are enjoying the stream and this is your first time here, welcome. Oh, cool. All right, we're going to go to the map that I originally was talking about draft for the entire last game. Yeah, okay, cool. Alrighty. Let me get them in here, and then we'll go into our next game. And this is not the only game we have this evening. Also, we have a 7:30 Division A game for the Nexus Gaming Series. It's going to be between the members of Team Training Wheels versus Gilly Shark. That is what Jinxie Cat was referencing in her sub. It's going to be a great matchup. Highly encourage you to check it out. Stick around for it. Can I invite people into games? Por favor. See. Okay. All right, let me try and invite the other team because apparently they gave me a map and then just walked away from their computer or something. Invite to game. There we go. All right, we do have one team starting to make their way in here. Alrighty, that works out. But thanks for coming by. Hope you're having a great night. Wait. Sorry, I just saw someone who doesn't even play Storm League placed into Master with 817 points. What? Wait, what? I'll have to message that one about. I have to message that person about it. That's just weird. All right, we got everybody slowly making their way into the lobby. All right. I think it was Hashmer gets that. Okay, that's fine for them. The hammer, I think, gets on the right-hand side. We just gotta get their last player. Cool, cool, cool. All right, we got everybody in here. Let's see if the teams are ready to go, and then we'll get going into our map number 2. Alrighty, everybody, let's go ahead and jump on into it. We have found our way into our second map, and it is going to be... We have made it to the map that I originally drafted for. But let's get into this. Thank you all for joining me. We are on Infernal Shrines. This is a heroic division matchup for the Nexus Gaming Series. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of BBW up 1 game in our best of 3 series. And on the right, it is going to be missed most skill shots. And I know you're wondering. I know you gotta know. How do we got here? And I got you. The home team this evening is going to be BBW. They won the coin flip. They opted for first pick in that first game. They banned out Sky Temple as well as Volskaya Foundry. Braxis Holdout and Towers of Doom were banned out by the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. Battlefield of Eternity was the first map chosen by them. They lost it. They opted for map pick for game number 2, and they have chosen to take us to Infernal Shrines. Bandit is a murky main? No, Bandit is not a murky main. Bandit is a gray main, Rexar, Rhaegar main. That's what Bandit means. I'm the filthy Asmodan main. Abathur going to be banned out here on the left-hand side by BBW and a Diablo on the right. Strong Initiator. Abathur gets value across the map. No. Lobes? Oh. Yeah, Complete Fluke. I inted. Okay, whatever. That we do have that Abathur being banned out. Just strong overall pressure across the map. Do we see another Zeratul ban? Yeah, that's going to be removed from this as well. And then, is it going to be the Alarak once again? He has value on this map as well. If the enemy team is a strong Alarak player, then I would definitely get rid of it as soon as possible. Miss Windup Bird, how you doing tonight? Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a good day. Bandit as a Rexar main? Yeah. He likes yelling at bears. He does it in the backyard all the time. He runs around and barks at him. That is going to be a noob wreck for the last ban right there, coming out from the members of Mismo Skill Shots. They're getting rid of that dive and setup in the tank department. They could go for Garrosh once again. He does have a little bit of a struggle when it comes to the shrines. You can accidentally toss some of the skeletal defenders instead of a hero, but at the same time, Warlord's Challenge is really great to lock down multiple members. If Braxis is in the rotation, why isn't Hanamura? You'd have to ask the Nexus Gaming Series. I just cast the games. Hell of a cat. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, friend. Hope you're having a great day. Mayavic will be our first pickup here on the side of BBW, and they're going to be able to have a lot of good initiation, dive, control, as well as the Warden's Cage will be a big play. We could see an Orpheus with that, as well as a Leoric. There's just so many things that you could be putting around that, as well as a Jaina. But we have a Joanna first pick on the right-hand side, as well as a Sylvanas. So they're not going to be going for that Ana first pick, or I guess second pick. They'll be going for the Sylvanas here, trying to add in some of that lane pressure, and also have some siege with the punish that will be pushing down the wave. Petition to change Bandit's name to Misha. Miss Windup Bird, no. How could, no. He's my sweet little bandit boy. How could you? No. We have Stukov and Garrosh going to be picked up here on the left-hand side, so that's going to be some control. So they're going to go for that Warlord's Challenge. Garrosh can't toss skeletal defenders. Nani, what? Wait, no, he can. They're monsters and he can't toss monsters. Wait, really? I swore that you could toss them. Huh. Today I learned. Though, here's the thing. I can't always trust Twitch chat, because Twitch chat one time, Rio Kai, told me that the Immortal gets buffed by Mercenary Queen. And I was like, no. And he's like, no, dude. Like, it's broken. It's new. And no. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that as the game does progress, because we can actually check on Garrosh and see if the marker does jump onto them. We can actually just read the talent tooltip. Either way, we do have a Genji and an Anduin going to be picked up on the right-hand side by Mismo Skill Shots. They're going to be going for the dive, the potential blow-up, and the resets from that Genji. Anduin will be able to pull some of the members out of some risky situations, and that might be what they need to kind of save some of those bad moments. We do have these last two picks, though. They're going to need a solo lane as well as something in the Shrine Clear department. I like the idea of a Jaina here. I think it works well with the Mayav, Garrosh, and Stukov. The Orc for the solo lane, and that's going to be Kael'thas right there. Thank you. Think you used to be able to. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe they changed it? Possibility. Let's see, though. Our last pick, though, coming out from the members of Most Skill Shots. Joanna, Sylvanas, Genji, Anduin. They need something in their solo lane into that Leoric. Do they go for Chen? Well, Chen's already banned out. They could go for... I'm trying to... Like, Sonya actually would be really cool here. But they'll go for Malfield. No one plays Sonya anymore. It's a little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. It's always, like, no Sonya whatsoever. Actually, no, like, Tomster played it in the Heroes Hype Premiere Series, I think it was. No, S Division Playoffs, because I remember casting it on my channel. And Tomster was playing it, and I was like, oh my god, this is like amazing Sonya play. And Sonya does great on a map like this. She's great on the shrines for solo clear. She's going to be able to initiate really well. She's great at wave clear. She can double soak pretty well. Malfield does have the On a Pale Horse for a faster rotation between lanes, and into the Leoric is going to be a little bit stronger due to the fact that it's going to be percentage-based damage, but you are trading out a frontline unit at that point. What does BBW stand for? Yeah, Big Beautiful Wombo, I do believe. It actually turns out they're a bunch of window installers, and it's actually Big Beautiful Windows. And that's the name of their company. I don't know. We're going to load in here in just a second. Thank you for joining me. Let's go ahead and jump on into our game number 2. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of BBW. We're going to be having iProbu going to be on the Stukov. Kenshi will be on that Maev. We'll have Hashmer going to be on the Garrosh. Heckboozled will be on that Leoric. And we have Call Me going to be on the Kel'Thas. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. Down 1 in our Best of 3 series. We're going to be seeing if Frosty and friends can bring it back, as they will be on the Joanna. We have Fun Buns going to be on. The Genji, Super Tai will be on. That Malthiel, Homeless Cat is going to be on. The Anduin and the Hammer be on the Sylvanas. Let's jump on into our mid lane right now. And hello, Pursuit of Vengeance? Spirit of Vengeance build coming out right now? Kenshi, let's see what you do with this. Phaeton to death for the Leorics. They're going to be just trying to get some extra healing. I believe that's from minions dying in lane, correct? In health and mana, excuse me. And then we'll just be seeing rotations between lanes. Here's the thing. Let's actually jump over to this because we have the time for it now because it's a little bit early in the game. Actually, hold on. Does Genji? Genji has mobility. They should be fine right here. Minion Mercenary. See, minions are mercenaries to target location. Hold on. If we're on Garrosh, is it going to show... Oops, come on. Stream deck, please. I'm just curious, if we're on Garrosh, will we see the little identifier? Because then we can just check during the objective phase. We're gonna... Well, Kel'Thas, please! I know you need to get your mana addict stacks, but, like, my dude. I'm trying to see the vision of this hero right now really quickly. No, I don't think it actually does show us currently, because I've seen it shows stacks. Yeah, see, it's not showing us. It's something that I have to check on my own. Either way, we'll look at it later. Let's check in our top lane. Heckboozled's going to be up here, getting pushed in quite a bit by Super Tai. Seems to be holding this very well. They do have that on a pale horse at level 1, as I noted, that they could go into, and that 20% movement speed while mounted. So they, as you can see, are 100% or 150% movement speed when they're mounted right there, as they're actually going to be diving in on this fight down here. But iProbu is going to be the target. That Stukov taking a lot of damage. And they will be picked off, finding that first blood of the game in favor for the members of Miss Most Skill Shots. They go back into the rotations into the lanes. And also, the other thing to note too is like this Kel'Thas, meanwhile, was just like, all right, you guys do things like I need to go get stacks, because if he doesn't finish Mana Addict, it's a rough time. Because having that shield is such a big tool as the 10 talent tier rolls around, as well as any sort of dive that can be popping up onto your team, which so far, I wouldn't say it's dive so much as it is going to be just these ganks that are popping out. Fun Buns will be solo laning for a little bit. Yes, you can. I wasn't seeing the minions. Because it wasn't showing like the little marker that Garrosh has next to the minions and mercenaries. Because you see it when you actually walk by minions. Or are you saying, yes, you can throw the skeletal defenders? Who knows? Or did you just go and test it on an AI map? Because that'd be the quickest thing to do, is just to go into a custom game with all AI, wait for the first objective, jump over to that, see if it does it. Alrighty. I'm just waiting for this first one to pop up here, because we are just going to be seeing the teams just playing it slow and safe and just soaking up experience. They don't want to give over another kill. They were pushing up top lane a little bit, but they're going to be able to get this clear so far in favor for the members of BBW. Can they start making their way into this? Malthiel's holding the Kel'Thas down in the bottom lane right now. This is just a 1v1 that's currently happening. So they don't have that Kel'Thas for the shrine clear, but they're still doing a great job of it. If you go into his POV, you can. I was currently in his POV. This is me being in his POV right now. I don't think it's gonna show me. Because the only difference is I just have his the little bar on the left-hand side not showing. Anyways, we do have the Indomitable going to be used right there as they're going to be making their way out. That's also going to be Kenshi trying to get right out of there as well. The Umbral Bind will pull one, but Leoric does go down in the top part of that fight. Is still going to be getting the Frozen Punisher in favor for the members of BBW, as they now need to back off behind their gate so they don't get jumped on. That's like, okay, Super Tai is going to be making their way down into bottom lane. No big deal. You see the insignia? I wasn't seeing it whatsoever. I'm not seeing it on any of the heroes, but I might just be honestly blind. Let's look. As Garrosh will be stepping forward onto this. Can they actually find a hero? Well, Joanna goes down in the dust right there. And they do go ahead and they'll be able to burn through this this top lane fort, and they're going to continue to push into this top lane as well. I get like this siege coming in from BBW is just way too quick for the members of Missed Most Skill Shots. This is just going to be an issue that they're going to need to kind of pause the enemy team from stepping further forward. Let's actually cycle through some of the other numbers really quickly while they steal away this camp on the left-hand side. Genji going to be diving over this wall. They're just trying to find a way into this fight, but BBW is just constantly saying no at any sort of opportunity when they try and take. They're just not able to find any sort of setup or any way into the enemy team. Let's actually get the vision right now for Kenshi and just have them, as they're sieging up, get an idea of what it looks like and how they're kind of playing this map. Genji going to dive out a little bit, but they're not going to be able to find a kill. The rest of the team going to be following up here. No 10 talent here just yet, but I think they might be trying to force a fight before that's possible, maybe to close the experience gap between the two teams. They are looking for Kenshi right there. That is going to be these fan of knives going on. If they're hitting a couple people, they will get the reset super low right there, as Heck Boozle's going to have a little bit of their health stolen away. No Spirit of Vengeance blink forward. Groundbreaker? No, they disengage and they're just like, crap, we can't get the fight that we're looking for whatsoever. They just rotate back into the top lane. They'll go ahead and clear out some of these minions and just look for their 10 talent here without taking the fight. They're gonna have to worry about this half level that's already ahead of the enemy by the enemy team. And it's just gonna be, ooh, wait, hold on. I was waiting to see, do the Impaler camps have an invade go onto it just yet? No. They have the Chastise come out and they back right out of there. Hashmer is just gonna step forward and be like, cool, alright, this is now mine. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this. They have 10, so what are they gonna do? Are they gonna try and actually step forward onto this? No. Warden's Cage, Phoenix, as well as Warlord's Challenge. We do have Leoric holding as well as the Stukov. We still have Super Tai pushing out that top lane, trying to find 10s themselves. Genji defending bottom because this is the next lane for the next Punisher. It will be an Arcane Punisher pushing in right through there. And just taking out this front gate means that there's no way for them to get that jump over the wall, that bait. But they can see Leoric's in top lane. They know that the enemy team's pushing in bottom. It's 10 to 10 in talent here, so they can try and take a 5v4, and that's the reason they're already going to be coming in here. That's going to be the Light Bomb onto the Genji, who goes ahead and gets a couple. That will be the Wailing Arrow out from Sylvanas as well. Last Rites goes out, and Stukov does go down. That does count for a stack for the Last Rites, so I believe they get 5 seconds off per, 5 seconds off per kill. Right? Yes. Sorry, I was looking at the 2. I was like, that's not right. BBW? What do you mean, Ghost Square? Oh, Big Beautiful Wombo? The Heroic Division team? Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. I forgot to put, oop, there we go, that little best of 3 insignia up there. I forgot to put that back in there after we were doing replay cast yesterday. But we do have our camp going to be pushing into the bottom lane. Shrine going to be activating down here as well. This Arcane Punisher, that was a really good pickup onto that Stukov earlier. But they're back, they're ready, and they're able to fight. Malthael's still showing in top lane. Toss goes out onto the hammer. They're in a bit of a rough spot. That will be the leap of faith to pull them out of there. Joanna gonna go ahead and use the Iron Skin as well. They're just gonna be fighting right over this. That's going to be the March of the Black King coming out from Heck Boozle. That also is the Phoenix out as well. Genji gonna go ahead and have the Light Bomb thrown onto them, but actually they don't get it. Or no, wait, was that, who did it get? Maybe the, did it go into the wrong hero or something? It seemed like it might have there, but Super Tai in a bit of a rough spot. That's a huge Warlord challenge, and they find a Malthael as well. And it looks like the members of BBW will go ahead and pick up. Oh, yes, I wanted to know what it meant. Thanks. You're welcome. No problem. I would assume that the Nexus Gaming Series would not allow a team with a lewd name in their community, but I don't know. Even though I think it's PG, if that's what anyone's wondering. 12 to 11 in our levels. They'll be fighting these 13s in just a second. Looks like we do have a bit of a hearth issue from Fun Buns right now. They might be trying to just unsure of whether or not they can hearth into lane, but that is going to be bottom lane Arcane Punisher pushing in and taking that fort. We have Malthael soaking in through mid lane, trying to find the experience that's missing. This is just, it's a hard spot to be in right now because they're just constantly sieging in, and they always have this some sort of advantage over you. You're just trying to just push them back and slow down any sort of attack. In too deep? Yeah, they dive in too deep. They int very, very hard. And then they die. They're all good players. They're all way better players than me. That's a lot of chain bomb being spread around from a couple of these members, but they managed to stave off the pressure. They also keep their keep in bottom lane. Top lane does have some siege coming into it. Oh, but I don't think they care. Oh, wait, no, the toss goes out onto Genji. Huge lockdown as well, and they find themselves Fun Buns. That's a great pickup, and let's actually look at some of the late game experiences that has come in. 3,413 to the 1,836 coming out from the members of Miss Most skill shots. I was about to say, like, Leoric's gonna Wraith walk forward for an Entomb, and then I realized the team's not there, and nor does he have Entomb. March the Black King, which still throwing me off a little bit, but now they'll siege in the mid lane, try and take this forward out as well, open this up a little bit further for themselves. We do have a Mortar Punisher popping up into the... It was looking for a relation to heroes. Ah, I see what you're saying, yeah. I guess not loot in a sense. I don't know, people take it differently. It's a team name. Like, if you named your team, like, Bahamut is a big duty head, then, like, yeah, like, I'm gonna make sure that the Nexus Gaming Series bans all of you. No Light Bomb Falling Sword? 100% true. That's a good point. I guess, I mean, more or less, I think they have the Genji for that, and they just want to use the Blessed Shield for just follow-up chain CC, in a sense, but it's like, I don't know. The only thing is also, like, you're removing Joanna off the map. There's such a good, like, there's positives and negatives to both of it, but realistically, like, I think the Falling Sword Light Bomb works really, really well, but it is a great initiator to also have everyone get locked down, then Genji can pop that Dragon Blade and just continue to swipe in. 16 to 14 at our level, so they are going to be down that talent tier. Light Bomb Genji is better. Hey, that's my team name. Hash Brown, Your team name is Bahamut is a big doo-doo head? Same effect, and you don't have to pick up bad ult to make it work. Hey, but what about the upgrade at level 20 with Falling Sword, and you get the cooldown reduction? That is just bonkers. That is so much fun. Heck, Boozle is just going to go ahead and spooky walk around a little bit here. They've got a lot of pressure coming into the top lane. Let's see if they can make this defense. They're trying to use their 16 prowess over the enemy team to force this keep, so that way they can have the keep already gone during the next shrine phase. Light Bomb does go out into the Genji. Huge combo onto a few right there. Warlord Challenge did go out. Warden's Cage going to be there as well. That's going to be Kenshi pulling them around. That is going to be the Joanna going down, but they trade out the Stukov. So 1 for 1 so far. Fun Buns is looking for a way to get onto this Maiev, who ends up going down. So a 2 for 1 in favor for the members of Miss Most skill shots. They're currently landing quite a few of these skill shots as Genji is going to be chasing further into this. They might have just stepped a little too far forward there, as that's going to be a bunch of damage going out of them. Can Heck Boozled make it out alive? No, the poison damage is a little too good, and Shrine is activatable in top lane. That is a really good defense for Miss Most skill shots, but it's still going to be 3-2 in trade. They have the main tank of Genji gone. It looks like they're going to have Kael'thas and the Garrosh work their way through the Shrine. They have the Super Tide just pushing up this bottom lane, which is a little confusing to me. I guess they're okay with just giving this over. I don't know how I feel about this. We were torn between Gilly Shark and I Love Bahamut, but we thought it might be a little too forward. There was a heroic team that like, I think it didn't even make it the whole season, but it was Baja's Boys. Live on forever, Baja's Boys. But I think they only played like half a season or something before it. Like they couldn't continue, or so. I can't remember what the reasoning was, but they ended up having to withdraw, I think, for the season. But that's going to be Heck Boozled taking a lot of damage. Frosty going to have just this chain bomb thrown around so consistently and just spreading to all these members, so they're going to be able to back out right there. They're going to be halfway through the objective on the side of BBW. Can they step further forward and I guess turn this around in their favor on the side of Miss Most skill shots? That will be the toss. Do they have a Warlord Challenge? That is going to be up and available. Huge massive shove onto the Joanna. Warlord Challenge onto 2. That's going to be Kael'thas taking a lot of damage as the Warden's Cage comes out at once from Kenshi, who gets the last rights thrown at them, but they don't go down from that. Malthael actually going to be the one going down right there as Fun Buns is trying to swipe their way out. That's going to be Homeless Cat trying to get the Chastise onto 1. Makes it out there as well. Fun Buns going to be diving around, but they might have just dove a little too deep, and looks like that's going to be Leorc going down in the bottom area. That will be Genji traded out just above us. A very long back and forth, but in the end, this is going to be the Punisher picked up for the members of BBW, and they'll be pushing this in through the top lane. Falling Sword is only bad if you can't use Falling Sword. I mean, yeah, that's a way to put it. Absolutely. I think they both got merit, honestly. Like it'll come down to playstyle, it'll come down to players, and come down to composition, how you want to initiate with it. I like the Genji, but I also like the Falling Sword option as well. They're going to currently try and pull this down into the mid lane. Doesn't look like the Punisher wants to go for that. They do have their Leoric that's going to be respawning on the battlefield right there. Leap of Fate to pull Frosty out of all that. Can they make it out alive? Unfortunately not. Kenshi going to be pushing in further, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and be able to just burn on through this. Can they end the game? Light Bomb from Genji going to be connecting onto, I think, 1 or 2, but they might have actually had the cleanser, self-cleanse from that Garrosh. Won't really get affected by that too much. Core's being assailed by this Punisher, and looks like they're going to have to back out potentially. Anduin does go down below us, as that is going to be the Punisher jumping around. Hammer so very low, is going to be able to make it back into the Nexus, and no, they're going to be able to go for this, and that will be game, set, and match in favor for the members of BBW. GG, well played. I totally know how to cast, I swear. I do this once in a blue moon. Ooh. Let's see if they want to do an interview. That's apparent. That's definitely a way to type. Alrighty. Lobby really quick. Alrighty. Excuse me, I apologize, sorry. Get the team scores really quickly. Alright, everybody, at this time we're going to be joined by the captain of BBW. How you feeling after that 2-0 victory?
Pretty good, although I'm still tired. I was on flights today, I'm jet-lagged.
Oh, yeah,
We're here.
It didn't show whatsoever. Oh my god, those were really, really good games. Let's go into Battlefield of Eternity, the first map right there. They had some really good back and forth, and it was just... What was the reasoning for the Vala over like something like a Greymane or like a Lunara or a Cassia that we've seen popping up here and there?
The player who was on that role preferred the Vala over those, and then we practiced with Vala and Greymane more so than stuff like Lunara and Cassia. And then Vala, we just felt better with what we've been doing so far.
Their composition also in game number 1 was pretty, not pretty, but it had some decent race potential. It also had that threat of Li Ming. Were you worried about any sort of that reset value she brings to the table, the power that she can kind of bolster on the enemy team, or were you just like, all right, you know what, we'll take our fights and we know kind of how to enter into this?
They managed to chunk us down a couple times. There's one fight where things got really close with Ming resets, but damage managed to work out before they got their resets off, and it worked out in the end pretty much.
Perfect. And then, moving into game number 2, we go into Infernal Shrines. They have this light bomb dive composition to go into your backline. It seemed to work a couple times, but after a little bit, it almost was like countered by you guys. Was there just kind of like, all right, we know how they're going to run it, now we can turn this around? Can you talk a little bit about that? Because it seemed like they got a little bit of value, but then it just kind of stopped after the 3rd or 4th time.
Yeah, the main reason they got value from it initially was we were overextended anyways, and then they were able to get out of vision and we couldn't react to it as fast. And when they did get it off, after the first couple times, I'd always walk up to it unstoppable, then I'd be in range for taunt, although I did miss it a couple times. But we were ready. They only got 2 people in it at most, and then other front lines were running around, Leoric slowing all the damage down, so managed to deal with it pretty well, I'd say. Okay.
It was just really, really well played. Now, I got 2 things that you got to settle for me, because we've been discussing them in Twitch chat during that last game. First off, can Garrosh throw the skeletal defenders? I thought that he could, but apparently I've been told no, he can't. Okay. Was that always like that, or did it get changed?
I think it was always like
that. Okay, then I just always had it wrong. That's wrong on my part. Second thing, Light Bomb with Falling Sword or Light Bomb with Genji?
Falling Sword's not a good ult, so you just do it with Genji. You don't need to burn 2 ults doing it.
Dang. Because that's the thing is, like, when I was casting S Division, I was watching a lot of, like, what would basically be all the X-Pros. Like, that was what they were always running as well. So, like, that's... And then, like, the Genji dive as well is really strong, but, like, I don't... Like, there's good and bads for both of them, but you really think that the Falling Sword is just not worth it?
Because you lose the flexibility of using Falling Sword in any other purpose. Because Falling Sword, as an ult, if you're just using Falling Sword, it's not good. Whereas you can use Light Bomb individually or with the Falling Sword, but Falling Sword is used exclusively with Light Bomb in that scenario, I'd say.
Yeah, but what about that cooldown reduction? No, I'm just kidding. No, it was such a really, really good set, and thank you so much for the interview. Before I let you go, any shoutouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours.
I can't think right now. Sorry, I'm just tired.
Hey, that's okay.
Everyone did a good job, but yeah.
No, thank you for the games. Thank you for the interview. You have a wonderful night, and I hope you get